When I never fetch these days, look, man, you raise your hand on your child or your neighbor's child. Hey, we are behind bars, that's for sure. Whether we like it or not, that's how it is today.
I'm enjoying raising my son. It's been 9 years now. He was turning 9 this year. And the positive or the greatest thing about it is that he gave me purpose. He gave me much more of a reason to hustle, much more of a reason to live life as I am living it today. Because sometimes I think to myself, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have done or achieved a couple of things in life. So yeah, having a child, whether boy or girl, it gives you purpose.
Ubaba, when you pronounce Ikama Ubaba, we immediately think of a house, a mom, and a dad. Yes, that's how it should be. But then life is real. You can be a father at the age of 19, unmarried, staying at home, and your baby mom also stays at your home. But you are a father at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, my Jimbos. Welcome to Men's Corner, Lapus Corner. I'm Lou, and we got
Gooms. Today the conversation is fatherhood. It's Kulumang by time of a few two talking about what fatherhood, ne?
the relationship between father or a son and a daughter to a father, and how is it in different aspects. And it's petable, baby daddy, single dads, and we got your abotaima, older grandfathers who look to help these young minds grow. And yeah, Fritz, what do you think about being a father? Okay, guys, just to disclose, I'm anxious and I want to find out. Today I'm going to learn. I'm not going to give some advice. But the observation yami will be on top of the conversation to see very is it taboo in other things that our fathers do. And I'm about to learn. Actually, I'm about to get schooled.
Fatherhood is a lot of things, man. But I think it's best if we let our guests do the talking and then we'll take it from there.
No, it's fair. Yeah.
Because that's the only way. Fatherhood, and we're not talking about the movie, guys. Fatherhood, talking about by time. Yeah. So that's the conversation today. So let's get our guests and get it locked and loaded, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell us your experience about being a father. Zonke. Sifuna ukuzizwa bafethu. Up on my time, mfethu. Ngibona isinuhle kubo mara kunamajida. Time of
Boko, babhalele, bashap, ready. They want to jump on it.
Alright, that's the number time of bafethu.
Sure.
To speed.
Manje camera yethu unyamalele
Camera guy yokubhizi ngamabhele. Yokubhizi ngamabhele.
Usaqala child support asazi.
We're back with our guests today. Sisendosa Pub and Grill. Sesekhona la majida during the day. It's Men's Corner, Semekhoneni. So I'll allow him to introduce my guest straight.
As Gum said, it's Pete, the guest, to help us with this topic. I'll introduce to my left, as you guys familiarly know him in a familiar way. He was in our previous show. And you know this guy, probably he's popular in the music yakhe. And we've got Ubaba again, Ubaba Mazubogo, and they'll introduce themselves. Utabo doesn't need an introduction, he'll do it. Yes, how are you guys?
I'm doing well.
Very
Doing
great.
well myself, yeah.
Yeah.
As you know, as Mbu just said now, it's True Touch again, coming back for the second round on Men's Corner, last corner.
Okay. Mina ngumuntu Mazibuko. I don't know whether ngithi ngubaba Mazibuko or ngumkhulu Mazibuko, but one of the two. I'm here.
Yeah, I know that note of it talking about fatherhood. Time lethu lasekhaya leli. So sikhulisile sibabhaya. Njengoba bathi umkhulu. Sesinengcosana sinezukulu naye asikhulisayo so velayo. Time lethu leli bafethu. So fatherhood doesn't necessarily mean ukuthi biological. Ama time anathi ngaphandle vele. Yabona. So yeah. Just wanted to highlight that.
That's
so you can take over again, Blue.
No problem. This is a conversation. Men's Corner, Lapis Corner. We're gonna tackle this topic about fatherhood. As I said, Mina Angaz, I'm still fresh and I'm about to enter that stage. God knows, I don't know. But we've got the guests to assist us. What is fatherhood to them, and pros and cons, and the journey itself, for those who are not fathers and for those who are fathers as well, who are still going through it. What are they experiencing in that moment and raising a child? So I'll give it to you guys. There's nothing in particular. Go as you feel. Let me just start with the pros. Let's go positive now, because it's I am Zanti. Hey, fatherless families, runaway fathers. We know that. But let's go with the pros. La Baba engaging with being a father.
Yeah. All right. I'll start off and say the positive sides. I don't know if there is negative sides to it, but when I heard that I was about to be a dad, I've wished for to be blessed actually with a son, right? In particular, because I felt that I'd click more with a baby boy than I would have with a baby girl, right? Because maybe they would be closer to their mother, but it's said that guys are closer to their mothers. But I'm enjoying raising my son. It's been 9 years now. He was turning 9 this year, and the positive or the greatest thing about it is that he gave me purpose. He gave me much more of a reason to hustle, much more of a reason to live life as I am living it today. Because sometimes I think to myself, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have done or achieved a couple of things in life. So yeah, having a child, whether boy or girl, it gives you purpose.
Actually, I'm like, I would rather have a boy so I can connect with him. And don't you feel as if other people will be like, that's success there? And I know that other fathers connect quickly with their daughters.
Yeah.
Because, they are a cocoon of protection and that. But don't you think as well, like having a daughter in the future?
No, me saying that when I heard that I was about to be a dad, I hoped for a boy. It was just a hope, If I had a baby girl, it will still be a greater blessing. Still, you wanna with women, you wanna protect them. But with a boy, you like, hey, I want to play PlayStation with this one. We're gonna talk about cars with this one. But if the Lord had blessed me with a baby girl, I'd still be as happy as I am with my son. No, it's not like if I had a daughter, I'd be like, hey, no, nothing was that.
You know what? There's this thing on Facebook that it plays most of the time. It's a meme, which when the guy gets a girl or a boy. So they will show different sides. But see, the guy's not happy that he has a girl because he's going to be more sympathetic, more kind.
And then
when he has a boy, he's like, you're going to watch Lappy.
Exactly. Now you get me,
But Mazibuko, on your point in jail.
Guys, to me, fatherhood, it means to be there for your child. Be it a girl, a boy, be there as a father. You are a role model. You are actually a protector and a provider for that child, be it a girl or a boy. Your child should be brought up by you, according to you, the way you would like your child to be. As much as your child cannot be what you expect a child to be, but more or less, azange abe exactly manje ngimthandile ukuthi umntana amaziphathe kahle afunde aze aqede. Yes, he may not have been in a doctor that I wanted him or her to be, mar ukhulile wafunda waqeda wagogotha umuntu ubaba. Now ubaba, when you pronounce igama ubaba, we immediately think of a house, a mom, and a dad. Yes, that's how it should be. But then life is real. You can be a father at the age of 19, unmarried, staying at home, and your baby mom also stays at your home. But you are a father at the end of the day. Now, what does it mean in that situation? Be there for your child. I'm not talking about money here. I'm not saying go and buy a PlayStation for your child or buy your sneakers for your child. Be there for your child. There is nothing that is stronger than love. Thanks, boys. I've got so much to say about this because I was blessed. At the age of 17, I had a child.
Wow.
At the age of 17, I had a child. The only thing that I ever did for that child was to be there. And that is priceless. That is priceless. And I call for 20 rands and pay on. And I call for 2,000 rands and I'm thinking and I buy it. But my presence in her or him is inscribed forever.
Okay, talking about age. Normally, if I never seen Dwana at an age of 16, 17, you have that thing in you, ayabalega. And so, and it's gaining. I mean, Kabang is intending. So, I want to find out from Mazu when you found out Usoba Nomdwana at the age of 17, what was going through your mind? Back then. I was saying Dwana.
Back then.
Back. Before. What was going through your mind?
You see, to be honest, I didn't understand what was happening. All what I knew was I'm expecting a child. Fortunately, during our times, umaguti impregnated intombazana. Abakuboka le ntombazana bayibuza ubani unikazwa walento asho ke. So ekhaya they were shocked, particularly in Ejengangwe that time umakufika abantu belethe isisu. And I remember my eldest sister. She's the one who actually stood up and shouted to say, no, this is not true. Bamsuyela, meaning me, Bamsuyela. Kukhona this thing yesintu ukuthi ngoba kusesemncane umfana nentombazane semncane asazi kwenzakalani asilindeni sizobona ngomntwana. Umntwana mekavela ke ngesikhathi azovela ngaso ila sekuzoya the elders from the boys side, the boys family baye lapha bayobona umntwana ukuthi uyafana na nabo umndeni obuka mfana. Okay, that's what was done then. So in my case, my family went there. When they came back, the very same sister, my elder sister, who stood up and shouted to say, she came to say, hi, I'm Nangis Bonnet. All I can't. And ufana naye lo siso wayengiphikela exactly. Okay, right. To answer the question with how did I feel about it, like I'm saying, I didn't know what was happening. I was young, blah blah blah. But then, like I was at school, at boarding school, not at home. So I would go to boarding school for a period of 6 months. Go home for 3 weeks and go back to boarding school again. December, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. But every opportunity that I would get, I would make sure that I go and see my child. Like I said earlier on, Uguti, fatherhood is not about money. It's about you being there with your child, seeing every steps that your child takes. You correct the child with, no, who left lapaksu right, who right lapaksu left. That is fatherhood. I did that. I never planned to do it. I was never taught by anybody what is it that I should do. It was in me, and I only hope this can be in every man's heart. I only wish and hope that can be, because abantwana abaningi esibazalayo singabafadarishi. Out of 10, i7 yibo abantwana aba-wrong restaurant. I'm sorry to say it. Out of 10, like I'm saying, umubabuza abantwana abayi-7 who were never a father in terms of being directed and guided and being given direction. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And I also strongly believe, even scientifically, a human being was meant to be brought by two parties, mom and dad, your paternal and your maternal. That's how it should be. That's how a child should be brought up in order to bring up a balanced child.
Now, in that case, with having two parents, and it mind you, there's different ways of raising a child.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in the community that we are in, as we are seeing more increased rates of fatherless families, don't you think now the government has a role to play more now? They are trying to get into the family in order to raise your child. Last time, Babazoti Ingane can go and get a vaccine without the parents' consent, and they say under 12. The parent doesn't have a say because the child has more rights. What do you guys think about that as being fathers and grandfathers?
You see, to me, there is this saying, charity begins at home. Government, who's government? Government is not a one big man or Shalezola. Government starts from home. Mina, as the father or as the mother, I understand and know better the policies of the government or the expectations of the government. Therefore, Mina, as a father, the parent, I have to instill that from home. By the child gets out of my yard into the street, understand what is expected of that child. Like umntwana, by the time ephumile estradini uyawazi amaswewedzi, is taught from home. And umntwana uma ezophuma aye estradini and swear at other children, that child gets it from home. A child is born blank. They call it a tabula rasa, like a blank sheet that is unwritten, nothing. So me and you, as the father or the mother or the parents, we are the ones who begin to write on that page, and the child reads from there. So government coming in terms of vaccination, in terms of this and that, that's what is agreed upon by me and you by voting that government into power. So we agree with it. They must lead us the way. So to stand up alone and say government is wrong when we were 10,000, when we were saying the government take over, this is my life, take care of it. I think.
Yeah, true. I like what Uwawa said when he says, whose government? Because if we go back to the podcast that we did together, that's the exact word I said. When I said yesterday the government was Zuma, today the government is Cyril Ramaphosa, right? So we cannot pinpoint and say or blame the government because you are blaming someone that's not there. Right? It's just a system. So secondly, what Ubaba is saying, that charity begins at home. We are the ones that need to say how we would like our children or your child to grow. You'd have your own ways, your own path to say, no, la ekhaya, we don't do it like that, we do it like this. So umntana, when they get exposed to the outside world, because remember, umntwana when they go out now, uyohlangana nomntana kaMasibuko, uyohlangana nomntana kaMamabulo, they are taught differently. But if foundation yakho on how you raised your child is strong, and ngeke ahambe adopt all these, because they might be negative to your household. So if your foundation is strong, umntana makaphuma out there, they already know ukuthi these are the do's, these are the don'ts. So yeah, as I said on the last podcast, government mele sibekele aside by all cost, and be our own selves. Yeah, because if government says a something that's green is red, and everyone is gonna say yes, it's red, and we don't question why, how is now the color changing. So we always need to question what the government is bringing, because now they're bringing Western things, they're bringing whatever systems that they are learning from other continents. So we are Africans. We should not shy away from our culture and how we were raised. So I second Baba when he says that from home, charity, that's where it begins, and foundation needs to be strong.
Now, my follow-up question, I know Kums has one, is discipline.
Yeah.
Because Kums said something very important, that we're all in a society of a neighborhood, and we look after each other. We're all fathers for other kids that need to be disciplined or guided, and given that assistance. So now, when it comes to it discipline, because back then, I said in a previous podcast, Nekums, they would whip me. They would give me a little hit on my bum when I'm not doing the right thing, or they see me doing something wrong. And that's the neighbor. And then the neighbor will tell me to go to my father and tell him what happened. And my father would do the same. So it was that kind of community. But nowadays, I don't see that. And I'm wondering, how do we cope with this new form of discipline? Because I was hit with the belt. I'm here because of that. I am modest, I'm humble, and I know how to respect the elders. But our youth right now, I don't see that at all. But let me hear from the guests.
All right, I'll take it from there. We might sound like a broken record, repeating this, that the way things were done in the previous years, they built men. You can see umntana ozalwe back then and was raised with how our culture enforces, I would say a tradition in us. We grow up to understand what a black African child is. I am not a father to the son that I made, physically made, or whatever scientifically made. I'm a dad to umntana next door as well. So if umntana wako ubona yimi ukuthi yenza into wrong, you are not there. I need to discipline that child. It cannot be even physically. No, you can't be drinking that, you can't be smoking that, or you can't be doing that, you can't be saying that word, right? A child is raised by a village. Yeah. So if we understand that and we go back to those roots, we would still even today raise men instead of raising boys that are now 35, 40, but you can see which this is not a man. Because for us to say I've raised a man, it needs to be a man. Lo muntu lo mangithi akunakudla endlini, mele understand ukuthi now I need to come up with a plan from how I was raised. Ubaba would always do this in order for us to get food. But if we are raising boys to be boys and to stay boys, we are killing our generation. We are killing, especially Rona, like Africans, we are killing our own selves. So I would still say I would wish to see how we were raised. Ukuthi ubaba next door manje ngimbona ngimsabi, and not say papa mtata next door nshapile, and then papa would take his gun and say kulo mona. You know, melambuzi ukuthi uyenzeni ukuthi ushawe, and if it's something wrong, get a whipping from home as well, so that you can know that going forward I'm not gonna do this. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Okay, 2 minutes in jail.
Okay, when I never fetch these days, look, man, you raise your hand on your child or your neighbor's child, we are behind bars. That's for sure. Whether we like it or not, that's how it is today. Be that as it may, I still strongly believe that any adult by nature is respected by any child, whether the child knows you or the child does not know you. For the fact that you are an adult, you are an elder to that child, by nature that child respects you. It will be then up to you as an adult. How do you interact? How do you relate with this child? Then the child will begin to see through you. An example. There will be a child to us next door, or very unruly. Baba ke no mama ke se ba hlule ukukhuluma nabo. Maru baba se opposite ambize jabulani zayo. Yini lo yenzayo? I am sorry baba. I would you know what I'm talking about. Now, my point here is, discipline has nothing to do with spanking. Discipline has a lot to do with you as an adult. Your child, the child will respect you without a whip. The child will do right things without a whip. The most important secret is to talk to your children. Talk to your child. If it means you raise your voice, please do that. And your child will never want to hear you raising your voice tomorrow because of him or her. Now, I still go back to say, in olden days, yes, even the book of life, our Bible says you spare the rod to spoil the child. And to me, that is holy. So we should be glorifying Ukshaya if we're to. But because time changes and the umuntu must adapt to the times, this is where we are today. We don't spank our children, but we talk to them and instill respect. Umntwana kumele azi ukuthi imizi ayifani. Ukuthi next door intanga yakhe bayithengele ibhayisikili naye ufuna ibhayisikili, no. Next door unalo ibhayisikili, wena unalo, mari wena unayo PlayStation, yena kanayo. So imizi ayifani. Umntwana should know that and understand and accept that fact of life, because impilo is real.
I've learned a lot in terms of fatherhood, and there's various ways of how you raise your child, but respect needs to be instilled in the child, and there's a lot to groom him from or her from that, and knowing that you are the one who would raise the child and you're the first role model that they see. But other than that, I'll leave it to Gums. Load shedding, guys. Yes,
don't have any time, gents. Be present. It's not about money, just be there. But to cut it short, be there for your kids. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Men's Corner.
Lapis Corner.
Cheers.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you. That was a short one and a